Compelling content on the air and online. abqtalk.com. This is KABQ AM 1350.
We've got to do something about the divides in this nation. And to deny them is to deny the evidence that is as plain as the nose on your face. All right. We've got more to do today than just this, but, it seemed to me this should get us started. Norm at normangoldman.com. Now, of course, we've got Afghanistan, and I have a question for you. We've got the House of Representatives repudiating No Child Left Behind, which is George W. Bush. We've got more about the Trayvon Martin case, the way the media covered it. Alex Seitz Wall will be along later to talk about the crazy wackadoodles running for president on the Republican side. We've got Bradley Manning news, NSA spying news, student loans, so much to do. Right here where justice is served, the Norman Goldman Show.
Free legal analysis? You've come to the right place.
But that was so eloquent, I'm not sure how to respond.
This is the Norman Goldman Show.
Well, thanks for being with us on the Norman Goldman Show.
Hey, Norm, can you hear me?
I hear you now. Yeah, this is like a Verizon commercial.
It's Mark Taylor-Canfield.
Hey, Mark, how you been?
I've been okay. I've been writing a book about the Occupy movement, writing over there at Truth Out and blogging at Daily Kos. The reason I called is because I wanted to let everybody know that, one, there have been some major demonstrations here in Seattle, Trayvon Martin protests. And it's been going on pretty much every day ever since the verdict was announced. Folks actually took over Westlake Park that very night, which was the original Occupy Seattle encampment. So one of the things I wanted to let people know is that, once again, the rumors of the death of the Occupy movement have been greatly exaggerated, to paraphrase Mark Twain. I've been covering this story for a while, and I'm seeing an upsurgence, actually, because there's a national gathering taking place in Kalamazoo, Michigan next month. It's August 21st to the 25th, and folks evidently chose Michigan because of all the austerity measures and bankruptcies, municipal bankruptcies and things going on there. So they think it's a perfect place to talk about economic austerity and economic injustice. And also, there have been a lot of other things going on across the country that aren't getting any, media coverage. But I wanted to let people know that there is a group in Eugene, Oregon called Occupy Medical that's actually getting referrals from the Veterans Administration Hospital and from the county, because the Occupy group is offering free medical services with volunteer medics.
Well, Mark, stand by half a second, because Al Sharpton is talking about tomorrow, this Saturday, as in tomorrow being a big day. Here it is. Hang on.
This Saturday, we have called for a national Justice for Trayvon Day. In 100 cities, people will gather in front of federal buildings and federal courthouses for 1 hour to have rallies and vigils, calling on the Department of Justice to resume aggressively a civil rights investigation in this matter.
Now, that's Reverend Al. Is that happening in Seattle as well?
Absolutely, yes. There have been calls out all over Facebook. I'm getting emails from people. It's a big issue here. And the one thing that I thought was interesting was that before the protests, the media here, and I wonder, and maybe in other places, was sort of talking up the potential for violence. And I know that there was some arrests in L.A. and New York City, but actually the protests here were relatively peaceful, and I think that was sort of a not a cool thing to do by the media, to try to talk that aspect of it up, because it wasn't like after the Rodney King verdict. What I saw, and what I've seen in a lot of the coverage around the country, are really mixed crowds out in the street. It's not one race versus another in the Trayvon Martin protest. It's sort of like all white and Asian and Hispanic.
Corporate media, the corporate media loves this, violence is broken out and everybody's hitting each other over the head. Mark, thank you very much for the call and the update. I got to leave it there, but we are right back with so much where justice is served.
Through their eyes.
Right.